Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Apex Online Racing F1 2017 PCF5 round number 18, the Mexican Grand Prix from the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. And I probably slaughtered that pronunciation because I don't speak Spanish, but that doesn't really matter, does it? We have an interesting race in front of us because in the forums, I've already seen that it's not quite certain what the best strategy is for this race today. And regarding to the standings, we've still got a pretty close fight up at the front, with El Sonny leading with 272 points, to Smash with 270 points. Dragonbone in third, and the rest are pretty far back, so they won't play a role in this championship anymore. But with only 3 races to go, including this one, a 2-point gap between the leaders is not very much. So let's switch to the game, and I'll sort a few windows out, if you don't mind. So that's we've got everything settled as the first car is going out, and I think that should be El Sonny. So I've got that, got this. I'll tune in to Discord again, just in case there's some interesting chat going on. And let's have a look at El Sonny then. Going on the ultra soft tires, logical choice. So, interesting race in front of us. Sonny and Smash both can't afford to do any mistakes at this part of the season. And since there's been no complaints, it sounds like we're going to have a dry qualifying and race. Sonny now coming through the stadium section and starting his first flying lap. Bit of sideways action there, coming out of what was the Peraltada. I think that's the name of the corner. Go for an onboard lap of Sonny of this circuit in Mexico. Yes, I'm actively avoiding to have to say the name of it a second time. Oh, slight front left lock up there from Sonny. That's not the optimal line. Already going quite a bit of risk here in what is essentially a banker lap, really. Now coming through the acids. It's important to have a rearward ballast here to get the car rotated, but as you can see, it also makes the car prone to oversteer, and you really don't want to spin there. Now this great stadium section, which leads into the last corner here. Bit of a slide there from Sonny, takes short line, and that's a 1:15.7. I think that's already a pretty fast time, if I'm not mistaken. So, where is the rest? It's Kriestein coming into the last. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I guess that's someone getting out of the way. Dragonbone sets a 1:15.8. Alazar 1:16.4. And Cameron aborts his lap, so he must have maybe cut a corner or something. And Cameron, again in the pits. He's done this a few times this season. Sometimes he just goes out for one single run, and sometimes he just doesn't set a time at all. as Trumpeset's a 116.6, Scotch Tape a 116.8, Dazios a 117.1. So he has definitely some room to improve. What is Smash doing? Smash is in the second sector, I think. That is Aladar getting out of the way. And Jerry is also on a fast lap. He's behind Smash on track at the moment. Just Dragon Ball in front of the picture there. Just tries to get out of the way somehow. Oop, I was nearly into the bollard there. Oh, what time can Smash set? It's a 1:15.9. So that's 2/10 off from Sonny and Dragonbone in between those two guys. So good lap from him there. Where's Jerry? There he is. He's set at 1:16.2, which is currently the 4th fastest time. And that's Kriestein going out early for his second run. So I guess because he didn't complete a banker lap, he's probably doing 2 laps, I guess. Or fueled up for two laps, just in case. At least that's the sensible thing to do. F. Bison also didn't set a time, but I'm sure he went out, so he must have aborted his lap as well. And is now exiting the pits. So Smash and Jerry still on the in-laps. Kriestein will be setting a flying lap. And F. Bison is on the out-lap still. So Kriestein going for the timed run here. Let's enable the lap data. That's Aladar coming out of the pits there in the background. Kriestein with a clean lap so far. With a 28.7 in Sector 1.
Oh god, this is awkward.
Not sure who that was on chat there.
The power of dreams.
F. Bison now on his flying lap as well. And what time can Kriestein set? So has enough time to do another one. He's coming in. So he also boards that lap. Well, he should have enough time to put on a fresh set of tyres. Our 2 front runners, Sonny and Smash, are still in the pits, waiting for the optimal time to go out on track. So what time can F. Bison set here? It's a 1:16.1. Sets him in P4 at the moment. Very solid time. But he might go for another lap here, which it does seem. Yeah, that looks like he's doing another flying lap. We've got Aladar on a flying lap. he aborts it as well. A lot of laps not being finished today. F. Bison retired from the session, so he must have made a mistake somewhere and decided it's not worth continuing. So he won't improve on that time. And Smash has come out of the pits, as well as Dragonbone. And Sonny waits for a very long time. So, looks like if Bison has some issue with his computer. Let's have a look at, where is he? Smash, who's now starting his flying lap. His last flying lap. Oh, he could do 2 runs if he wants to. He just got over the line in time. Alright, F. Bison is experiencing lag, as he's just told me. Which is not too great, to be honest. And by the way, welcome to everyone who has tuned in the last few minutes. Good to see you on board of this here on the stream. Dazio's retired from the session, so he won't be improving on his 16.6. And Cameron is still in the pits, so he won't set a time, as it seems. Aladar still on an outlap. Where is he on track though? That might be a bit... Ooh, Jerry with a 1:15.7 there. Impressive time. So Jerry in P1 at the moment. What can Smash do about that? He smashes that one. No pun intended. Well, 1:15.4. Sonny's still on track. Dragonbone hasn't improved on his time, I still think. Trump is still on track, but he's not sitting fast time, so we're waiting for Sonny, who's only in 3rd at the moment, so he definitely needs to improve on that time if he wants to get close to Smash. Coming around the last corner, early in the throttle, and trying to take a very short line, and it's only going to be 2nd. Nearly 2.5 tenths between Smash and Sonny there. And Trump is on a slow lap, so that's everybody through. And you'll get the full starting grid in just a second.
Oh no, Cameron.
So, Smash 1st, Sonny 2nd, Jerry 3rd, Dragonbone 4th, Trump in P5, F. Bison in P6,
Couldn't make it round.
Aladar 7th, Scotch Tape 8th, Dazio's 9th, Creostein 10th, and Cameron in the 2nd force in year rounds up our grid. Good luck, everyone. Right, no answer's also an answer. Trying to get rid of that intro, because I've had a video flagged because of it, which is a bit annoying. Now we're just waiting for everyone to get their setups ready. And someone pressed start, that was Jerry. Guys, you've got 20 more seconds to go.
Time has started, by the way, in case anyone hasn't realized.
Two lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go after this very long waiting time. And Sonny got a good start there, but Jerry's also looking feisty together with a Dragon Ball right behind those two, so they've got to really watch out. Look how the field is spreading into turn 1. Jerry bit on the inside there, smash, and Sonny is spun! Sonny has been spun! Jerry also involved in that incident. And Sonny now right at the end of the field. That's really really not gonna help his championship aspirations. Leading only 2 points to Smash. So that's a really big blow, but it seems like Sonny didn't concede any damage. So he will be able to continue. But it cost him a lot of time. And Cameron already up into 7th after starting in P11. And we're not even at the end of the first lap. So can we see any overtakes? First time down the straight. Looks like everybody is a bit far apart. Although Sonny gets back past Dazioz. Is now back in P9. But he's already 8 seconds behind Smash. And we'll have compromised tyre wear and also traffic, obviously. So he has continued, so it doesn't look like he does have any damage. Scotch tape in the Red Bull behind the sister team Toro Rosso of Trump here as Scotch tape runs a bit wide. That will probably have gained him a warning. Cameron right behind, but isn't going for a move at the moment. Interestingly, Cameron going on to the Super Softs. So, since I think there's been talks about what strategy to use, and 2-stop is probably fastest, given that you qualify on Ultra Softs. Cameron might have not qualified to be able to start on the Supers and then go on the Softs for a 1-stop strategy. So, we'll have to have an eye on that. That's Cameron and Kriestein battling for P7. So can Cameron get back at Kriestein here? Side by side at the moment, but Cameron is now on the outside, which turns to the inside. Kriestein is still there, but didn't get very good traction on the rumble strips there. And that's Cameron in P7. Scotch tape still very closely behind Trumper for P5, that is. And Sonny has caught up to Kriestein and Cameron and blazes past Kriestein, who might have gotten out of the way there. Looked really weird because it was so far off to the right that wasn't really defending anymore. Oh, is Scotch tape close enough for a move? We have DRS activated now. No, not really. Sonia also not really close enough to Cameron there. This is his onboard view. Having a fake look, but he's just too far back at the moment. Although he caught up a lot of time in that first chicane. But now we're coming to the S's. It's not really an overtaking opportunity here unless the driver in front of you makes a bad mistake. F. Bison, by the way, in 4th at the moment, so holding on pretty well. Considering he reported some lags in qualifying. Scotch-Tape getting feisty with Trumper going to the inside. Nearly some contact there. Who's the latest of the late breakers, and it seems like it's Scotch-Tape. Who's now in P5 with that move. Good racing from them, from both of them. Keeping that clean, although it looked a bit messy. And that's Sonny who got past Cameron, right behind that group. And Trumper and Scotch-Tape are still going side by side. You can see how those two are closing up due to the battling in front. So Sonny now slowly coming back through the field, as expected. So as I said, luckily didn't concede any damage in that turn 1 incident. Well, actually it was turn 2. Oh, bit sideways action there from Sonny. And he should be close enough for a move here. But Trumper also has DRS off of Scotch-Tape. And moves to the inside. Tries to defend. But Sonny tries to go around the outside. Backs off there. But has a very good run off of turn 3. Has to watch in his mirrors though. Because Cameron is also right behind him. Does the over and under on Trump, who goes onto the rumble strips, doesn't really have enough grip there, and that's Sonny now passing 6, as Cameron nearly had a look up the inside of Trump as well, out of the hairpin. I've got a yellow in sector 2, and that was F. Bison who spun, I think in a similar place he did in qualifying, wasn't it? So maybe that was a driving error, maybe that was due to lag. Can't really tell from a spectator's point of view. So our classification after 7 laps: Smash leading in 1st, Dragonbone 2nd, Aladar in P3, Scotch-Tape P4, El Sonny already back up in P5, Trump in P6, Cameron in 7th, Creostein 8th, Jerry, who was also involved in that starting in turn 1 incident, let's put it that way, is in P9, F. Bison now dropped to P10, and Dazios is in P11. So, well, bet it won't take too long until Sonny has caught up to Scotch-Tape. Given the pace he is showing at the moment. And F. Bison retired from the session. So I guess his lag situation hasn't got better. I don't know where he is parked. That's the end of Sector 2. Yeah, and I've just got a confirmation message. He's just having very bad lags, so it's probably impossible to drive really, as Jerry is in the pits for a very early pit stop. Yeah, that's due to a nose change. Aladar was in the pits, although I don't know if he needed a nose change, but I guess he didn't. And Sonny side by side with Scotch Tape there for what is essentially P4, and there was a bit of contact there, but can't see any damage on Sonny's car. He seems a bit annoyed at Scotch Tape's defending there, but to be fair, he was ahead and had the corner, so it was his right to take it. Can see, even though the dirty air, Sonny is gaining on Scotch Tape. Is he going to have another look into the stadium section? Yes, he is. They both lock up a bit. It's tight, but Sonny goes through. Trumper now getting into the mix as well, but runs out of room for an overtaking opportunity there. So Sonny now already in third, although Aladar has made a pit stop. But the gap to Smash is already 15 seconds. So he lost about 8 seconds due to the incident, and then another 7 in traffic so far. And I bet he hasn't done his tyres any favours so far. And that's Trumper in the back there who spun. So I couldn't see if that was due to contact or if he spun as his own. But that has dropped him to P7. It's Aladan Dazios. Although Dazios still has to make a stop, so Aladar will be pulling away. We've got Kriestein right behind Cameron, who's behind Scotch Tape. So there's a 3-car train for P4. And Scotch Tape is in the pits. And that's Dragonbone in the pits. Sonny is in the pits. Dragonbone already finished his stop, so he's going into super softs. Sonny also going for the supers, if I saw that correctly. Yep. Scotch Tape supers, Kriestein supers, Trumper supers, Dazio super soft, so they're all on the same strategy, it seems. And Jerry sits a 118.7 on his fresh tyres, and that should be a 2-stop strategy. Yeah. We've got 26 more laps to go. They're not going to do that on one set of supers. So that means Cameron, who started last, is in P2 on lap 10. Just saying. So is Smash going to come in? I guess he will. Yes. Because now he has the space to do so. And he should also go into the super softs if I... No, he goes on to the softs. That's an interesting turn of events. So he's choosing the more risky strategy, to be honest. I mean, you could say harder tyres conservative, could switch to the supers at the end anyway. But given the fact that he is essentially leading the race, he doesn't need to go on an alternative strategy. And just by the way, we're 11 laps into a 36 lap race, and the man that started on last is now on first. And that was a really weird lag. So, do we have some new groups that are formed? Yes. Dragonbone now dropped to 4th after Aladar had the undercut on him. Having a little look into the 3rd sector here. Nothing doing for him at the moment. As the bollard's been kicked over. I'm not sure if in this game you still get penalised by getting damage if you hit a bollard. Now what can Dragonbone do? He's in the slipstream. Aladar weaving a little bit to break that effect. Sonny sets a new fastest lap with 1:18.1. Dragonbone not really close enough to make a move. Gets another chance now, but it's not really close enough. Has a not so good run off the hairpin. Aladar regains a bit of a lead. So at the moment this is essentially 4P2 it should be. Although Cameron is only going to do another stop, so we'll see how it pans out. Cameron definitely is on the 1 stop, and Smash might be on a 1 stop. To be honest, I think he's just leaving the option of doing a 1 stop, but he still can convert to a 2 stop and use the supers at the end of the race, depending on the tyre wear. Talking about Smash, he has caught up to Cameron here. So let's see how quickly he can dispatch Cameron. Seeing this is a very old Super Soft against new Supers battle, and it's nearly as if Cameron got off the way there. I think he's realised they're not really racing each other. Not really in the same race here. How's that? Dragonbone and Aladar still duking it out. Dragonbone now on the outside. Runs a bit wide there. Loses grip and traction. Has to stay behind Aladar for the moment. And Aladar got a good run out of the final corner. So Dragonbone is slowly gaining, but he is running out of straight here. And again, Dragonbone's not really close enough. It's going to be interesting when those two catch up to Cameron. If he helps his teammate Dragonbone or not. That's going to be another interesting strategy element, because he might try and hold Aladar up and let Dragonbone slip through, and maybe then pull into the pits or something. Aladar already making himself visible in Cameron's mirrors, trying to say, hey, notice me, I'm here. And you're in my way, get out. And Cameron does get out of the way. Although I think Aladar might have DRS. Yes, he does. So he got DRS of Cameron. That doesn't really help Dragonbone's cause, who is now closer than he was the last lap, but still can't overtake, because Aladar has DRS. When we look at Cameron, he goes onto the... Is that Super Softs? Well, the game is saying he's going on supers, but that wouldn't really make sense, would it? So maybe he is on softs. Not sure. Or maybe he's... Wouldn't really make sense to switch to stop. So I'm a bit surprised, so I hope that's just another game glitch. Going back to the battle for what is now P2. Dragonbone having another little look. Just to remind Aladar that he's there. He's now closer than he was the last few laps. So we should see a move at the end of the straight here. And Aladar's going to make him go for the inside. But he's still not quite close enough. Aladar probably running with a bit lower wing setting than Dragonbone is. Dragonbone now trying round the outside. It's now as the inside. A bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there, but that's fine. Jerry gets another time penalty. Aladar is still ahead. Now makes a small mistake. But, there's not really space in the S's here to get past. Dragonbone trying to get a run through here, now gets blocked by Aladar. That's not going to help him through the last corner. And Aladar got a bit tail happy there. So Dragonbone already side by side with Aladar. Dragonbone has now DRS. Now Aladar will gain some slipstream, but I don't think he can come back. He's trying. It's a late lock-up. Again, they touch wheels. And a very brave move from Aladar, who can stay ahead for the moment. But again, Dragonbone has a good run and the DRS. And can stay ahead for now. All that battling has allowed Sonny to catch up. You can see him there in the background. So he's only 2.5 seconds off those two at the moment. It's now going to be interesting to see if Dragonbone can pull away from Aladar after working for many laps to get past. If Dragonbone doesn't manage to get away, on the other hand, it's going to be more difficult for Sonny to get past those two, since Aladar will have DRS. Kriestein is behind Sonny, trying to nick P5 off of him. Not really close enough yet, though. So Dragonbone has pulled out of the DRS window. Which means Aladar will have to defend for himself against Sonny once he catches up, and believe me, Sonny will. Kriestein now right behind Scotch, nearly up his gearbox there. But is he close enough for a move? Needs a good run off the final corner. So I think he's too far back at the moment. But I'll definitely keep an eye on that. So small rundown of the standings after half of the race. Smash in P1 at the moment. Dragonbone now in second after his battle with Aladar, who is now in third. Sonny is catching up to that small group in P4. Scott Shape in fifth with Kriestein and the McLaren behind him. Jerry in seventh at the moment. Cameron gets a 3-second time penalty, by the way. There he is. Trumper in ninth. And Dazioz is in P10 at the moment. Kriestein is still hunting Scotch Tape for P5. He keeps getting bad runs off the last corner compared to Scotch Tape, and just doesn't get close enough. That was a pretty late braking move, but it's definitely too far back to try anything, in my opinion. And again, gets a bad run on important straight. Jerry gets another 3-second time penalty. And that's because he spun off into a wall. That's very unfortunate. His race was going uphill after that turn 1 incident. Just to avoid confusion, I meant he had a bad turn 1, and from that onward it was getting better again. But now he'll have to do another pit stop and get a new front wing, and that will drop him to the end of the field, which still is a point, but I guess he had more in mind starting from P3, but his basically his rookie season, I think his first ever league, so it's a bit to learn. You'll gain more experience, I'm very sure of that. The pace is definitely there. And Kriestein there going for the move. Down the long straight against Scotch Shape. But again, Kriestein gets a bad run off the line. But he has DRS. So he should be able to defend. Scotch Shape locks up a bit there. And that's Kriestein in P5 for now. Sonny has finally caught up to the back of there, as I forget how to English. Sonny now behind Aladar as predicted. Aladar has already lost 4 seconds to Dragonbone, so Dragonbone pulled out a huge gap in those last few laps. This is the view from Sonny. So every position he can gain is important. So third is definitely doable. Second might be a bit of a stretch, but that would mean he would lose 10 points and would be 8 points behind Smash as he goes for an inside move there against Aladar. Not really too much he can do about that, and he can now watch Sonny storm off into the distance. Kriestein still hasn't gotten away from Scotch Tape here. Looks at this as if this battle will continue. Scotch Tape nearly runs into the back of Kriestein there. up from Scotch Tape, I think that was. Another one. They're not going easy on their tyres. And they're both coming in for a pit stop, as well as Aladar. That's 13 laps to go, so that should be another set of super softs. Scotch Tape is holding for a penalty. Kriestein is already out, as is Aladar. And Scotch Tape is now also on his way. So they have started the second round of pit stops. And thankfully enough, the pit stop information is now working this race. Dazio's also into the pits. Promotes Jerry into 9th. Trump up into P7, but he still has to make a stop. That's Dragonbone in the pits. For his final stop of the race. Cameron staying out. Promotes him into P3 for now. Sonny now up into 2nd, where he still has to do a stop. So he might wait for Smash to come in. On the other hand, he is in a battle with the Dragonbone for 2nd. And he has 12 laps to gain about 4.5 seconds. Well, let's say 4 seconds, and the DRS does the rest. So the question is Smash coming in, or is he staying out? I mean, he is on the soft tyres, so doesn't really have to if he doesn't want to. But Sonny will have to come into the pits, and he does now. So that's going to be interesting to see where he rejoins. Cameron will go past. But Dragonbone is the factor here, and he's actually going on to Ultra Softs. Should be doable, 11 laps. And that's Dragonbone getting past. Where's Aladar? That's him right there, and he also gets past. So thanks to the undercut, Aladar manages to get back past Sonny. Now drops to 5th. So you'll have to do some bit of work again. Get past Aladar. Jerry gets another 3-second time penalty. That must be like 12 seconds now. So again, you can see he's a bit inexperienced. So just a lot of small mistakes at the moment. 118.1 for Dragonbone there on fresh tyres. Sonny is already in the DRS window. Did I miss Dragonbone going past Cameron? I must have. Sorry. Wanted to talk about that battle, but looks like it wasn't really a battle. I guess Cameron let him pass. But Aladar's not letting Sonny pass, since they are battling for position here. Is he having a look up the inside? No, he thinks the better of it. Probably going to wait for the long start-finish straight. That's another fastest lap. 17.8 now. And Sonny is very close now. Goes up the inside. Not much Aladar can do about that. They both luck up a bit, and that was nearly a crash there. Sonny gets to the right. And who's that? Oh, that's Jerry. Jerry has crashed out. Where is that? That's at the end of the S's. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Not the best of days for him, to be fair. So that's going to be in DNF for him. Sonny now pulling away from Aladar, and in the hunt for P3. I'm still not sure if Cameron is coming from another pit stop, but if he really is on the super soft, he has to. Which he does now, and he should be going on the ultra softs. Sonny with a 117.5. That's a very fast lap. And there we have Karen on the ultra softs. Let's see where he rejoins. That's P7, that is. I think he would still have been better off with the one stop, because that would put him in P4-ish region, but I don't think he's gonna make up that much time on this set of tyres. I mean, Smash, for example, is doing the one stop as it seems, and he's pretty lonely at the moment. So I think he had like a five-ish second lead to second, and now it's already 20. I mean, that will go down a bit, but I think the one stop was the faster choice here. So, after 28 completed laps, the order is the following: Smash in the McLaren in the lead, Dragonbone in second, Sonny third, Aladar fourth, Kriestein in second McLaren is fifth, Scotch Tape in P6, Cameron seventh, Trumper in P8, Dazios in 9th, and Jerry and F. Bison unfortunately aren't in the race anymore. Has Trumper really only done one stop? Don't think so. Unless he's on softs, and it's another game bug, but... And he gets a 3-second time penalty. Maybe that's commentator's curse, because we were talking about him just now. Who knows? Cameron sets a new fastest lap of the race. So he's hitting a very good pace on those ultra softs there. The 1:17.4. So he might catch up to the back of Scotch Tape. But it's going to be difficult to get past Kriestein as well. So I'll stick with my opinion. He would have been better off with a one stop. So, after 30 laps of action, the race has now calmed down a little bit. Although we still have people in the hunt. That is Cameron in P7 and Sonny in P3, who are both on ultra-soft tyres. Aladar gets a 3-second time penalty. That's, I think that's a first this race. To be fair, it is difficult to not get out of the white lines in the S's, and the game penalises that very harshly, although you not really gain any time. And look at that, Cameron is in the 1 second DRS window now. So we will see a move pretty soon, I guess, considering his rapid pace at the moment. I mean, just look at how he's closing in on this straight, let alone in the corners, due to the better tyre grip. He's gaining. Gonna have a look up the inside now, maybe. They both lock up. Cameron's now on the outside, but Scotch Tape mounts the curb there a bit. And Cameron goes around the outside of Scotch Tape. Very good move, but oh, that was another bit of... Cameron is lagging for me, I don't know why. It looked like he was going off track, but when in fact he wasn't. Don't want to forget, Sonny was trying to hunt down Dragonbone, but the gap went to something like 3.5 or 3.7 seconds. Now it's increasing again. So doesn't really look like Sonny has the pace to catch Dragonbone. He, by the way, has minimized the 20-second lead Smash had to now only 12. So Smash looks like he's cruising it home. And Scotch Tape really close to Cameron. So Cameron got past, but now he can't get away, as it seems. And I think time is just helping Scotch Tape on the harder compound. As he runs a little bit wide there. Ooh. Sonny must have made a terrible mistake because he now lost about 6 seconds. So something must have gone wrong there. Luckily for him, I didn't catch it on the stream. So no evidence for L bottle job. And still Cameron can't get away from Scotch tape. So this is definitely not over yet. Scotch tape is hanging in there. Guess he's already got grips of his chance here. He's realised that he's not out of contention for that P6 yet. Also the question, can we now see the same with Aladar and El Sonny? Since Sonny's tyres might start to go off now. And Aladar also is behind on the hard compounds, similar to Cameron and Scotch tape. Albeit not quite as close together. Is Scotch tape close enough for DRS? No, he isn't. So Cameron now out of that 1 second window, but only just. So Scotch tape might get back in, but it's only 2 laps to go for them. Aldar's view, and I think he got a corner there a little bit. And obviously now he's trying to push very hard to get close to Sonny. Maybe force him into another mistake and re-grab that podium. As we go onto the last lap of the race. Ooh, Trumper got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Don't know what happened there. That is first sector, and I don't know if he's cruising or what happened. But he's letting Sonny and Aladar pass, so he's already been lapped. Dazio's got a 3-second time penalty there. As Smash now in the last sector, the confetti is at display, let's put it that way. As Smash comes round the last corner of the Mexican Grand Prix to win this round number 18 of the championship, which puts him in P1 in the standings. Dragonbone with a good second place with very, very fast pace in the third stint. Sonny with a disappointing start, recovering to third. Aladar right behind in P4 with a solid showing here. Kriestein in the McLaren finishes in P5. Cameron in 6th. Scotch tape, who now has dropped off in 7th. I think Trump actually might be out of fuel. I'm not sure what happened there. That's Trump finishing in 9th. Hello, Ricky Wilson. And Dazios finishes in P8.
Good race, everybody.
Yeah, good race, guys.
So, just gonna have a look at the standings now. Come on! Oh, sorry, we're off. I always forget the podium ceremony. We're gonna skip that for a bit. So, these are your final standings for this race. And as I said, Smash now in the lead of the championship, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he is, and he's going to lead by... Oh, Sonny actually was demoted to 4th due to penalties. So that's actually going to be 11 points lead for Smash here with 2 races to go. So everything is still possible. I hope everyone enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye-bye.